Welcome back to another day in the beautiful Fjordur lands. Today we're going to be talking about Jotunheim, everybody's favorite extremely cold client that nobody wants to go to. There's many ways you can survive Jotunheim, and this one is probably, well, probably, quote-unquote, the easiest way that I found out how to do it. I was doing a little bit of testing on this last night, and it was actually working. Now, the easiest way that I found to do it with no tech canteen, no tech anything, regular primitive fur, and just literally an otter and maybe a dire bear, and a Callian soup. Everything's pretty easy to get, once you're going to Jotunheim, taming stuff isn't really a problem. So what I've done, I made a mind wipe tonic, and I reset my stats just as of yesterday again because I got really annoyed with the way that I had it. So I can't do it for another 11 hours, unfortunately. But I do have a clip from whenever I did it, so I will put that in here, obviously, because that's the entire point of this video. So, all I did, I mind wiped myself at level 104, and I maxed out my fortitude. Literally all 104 points into fortitude. So, you're going to do that. Once you do that, you're going to want to get yourself an otter. If you don't know, just being near otters or picking them up will severely increase your hypothermal insulation. As you see, mine's at 354 standing here right now. And if I walk near all four of these otters, it is going to skyrocket because I'm near 4 otters. Okay, that didn't skyrocket nearly as much as I thought it would. But what we're going to do, we're going to pick up one of these otters here. We're going to pick up one of my better females, and we're going to chuck it outside. So, we're going to look at my hypothermal right now. 666, 241. It's at 241. I pick her up. Jumps up to 553. Thought I was going to jump up a little more, but as you've seen, literally just picking up the otter, rowing it, increases it, and drops it a ton. Obviously, that is extremely important for Jotunheim, and you literally don't even have to do anything. All you do is pick it up and leave it on your shoulder. The only inconvenience it'll bring to you is the fact that it could actually eat some of the meat you have on your, if you're dragging a fish, or if you're dragging a body, it'll just eat it. So, be wary of that, but if you don't know where to get an otter, I'm going to show you where to get an otter right now. Alright, we've arrived at what I like to call Otter Central. Now, the coordinates are 28.96 latitude and 83 longitude. If you look on your map, that's not the map. If you look on your map, we're just up here at the crest of the redwoods. Excuse me. Now, this I found is literally the go-to place to get otters. I've tamed a few max levels. There's a bunch of otters always in this thing. Usually 3 to 4 otters, couple males, couple females, and everything. To do this, I recommend making it a much easier time for you. Make scuba flippers and make scuba tank. It's not necessary, but I've done it multiple times with and without them, and I gotta say, without them, it is the biggest pain because you have to go up for air, every 30 seconds, you don't move fast, sometimes you start drowning, and it's not a fun time. So, what you're gonna do, you're gonna want to get a sword, or you just want to get anything that can kill fish, because that is literally the only thing you need to do to tame otters. Now, in this pond, there's always a giant conglomerate, as you can see, of fish, of otters, of everything down in there. I don't know why that is. That's just the way it's always been over here. And every once in a while, there will be an otter up here. There's a female otter right there. And also, I found an otter chilling over here in that little ravine. They seem to like those little dips. I'm not sure why, but there is a level 20 female there. And there are a bunch of them down here. Now, these ones are a little annoying to get to, just because of the fact that there's a billion fish, and you have to feed each individual one. So, picking out one that you want there can be a bit of a challenge, but these are usually where I find the good ones. It looks like there's only level 20s and 25s there. Was that an 85? Yeah, that was an 85. Okay, since I already have really good otters, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you the taming process, because I don't really want to try to fight 80 otters. But as you can see, there are a ton of otters down there, so if you just want to tame every single otter down there and just bring them home and breed them, feel free. But this is the easiest spot I have found on Fjordur for otters. There's always here. This has been the 10th time I've been here. There's always a giant conglomerate right there. Again, that's the coordinates. That's the spot in the map. Now, I think I've found that taming otters is the exact same as taming a shadow mane. The bigger the fish, the more it weighs, the more you get. Watch this. We're going to take that saber-tooth salmon. That was a big salmon. It was also level 145. And we're just going to go up here and we're going to tame this low-level otter just to show you the process of it. You drag the fish. It can sometimes get annoying because you'll see the fish gets in your way. So what I found is you back up a little bit and then just kind of spam E once you get to the thing. Once you get to it. You do that and boom. Nope, I dropped it. Sometimes you can just get away with arc. There we go. Sometimes you can get away with just spamming E. But as you can see, that was literally a one fish tame. We're going to name it Test, and we're going to make you stop following me. Now, I'm going to go hopefully get one of those higher level otters, and I'm trying to show the difference between a small fish and a big fish. And by that, I mean weight-wise, because when you're taming a shadow mane, the weight of the fish depends on the amount of tame percentage you can get. Now, I don't want to kill these otters just because of the fact that I like to leave them here in case I do need them in the future and I know that they're here. So that giant fish gave that 72% effectiveness. Now I'm going to find one of the smallest fish I can, which is unfortunately this little guy's got to die. Hopefully, I'm hoping this doesn't completely tame it because that would kind of just disprove my point. But I'm hoping this only gives it a little bit. And as you can see, that one only gave it 18%. Just a little bit of percentage for the smaller fish. You kill the bigger fish, apparently it gives you more. Oh, that's a level 100 female otter. That'd be nice. So, and obviously, you know, it's the same as taming anything else. The higher level, the more it takes, the more everything you need to do. That one gave it 17%, so we're going to go get a little fishy. Just to back the theory up a little bit more. We're going to give it a baby fish. Come on. Other fish, get out of my way. Fishies, get out of my way. Get out of the way. And that one gave it 11%. So it wasn't much that huge of a difference on that one, but bigger fish I found on every single one of them has been the easiest way to tame them. The bigger fish, the more percentage. So that's a little quick guide on how to tame an otter. So now we're going to go back to base and show you the dire bear method. So there's a couple little dire bears up here, right pretty much next to the pond where, well, back there. Pretty much right next to the pond where I caught the otters at, so they're actually pretty close. Right there is a level 20 dire bear, and I believe, yeah, it's level 25. Cannot tame that one, obviously, because my crossbow does a lot of damage, so I'm hoping I can even tame this low level one. That's the bad thing about having a very powerful crossbow and or gun. This one's 557%, so it kind of sucks to tame things just because of the fact that it wants to just kill them immediately, so... we're going to make sure my RG's on pass a flea up here. Okay, so if you're concerned about dying to a dire bear, you can do a couple things. You can grappling hook a tree, and then you can just shoot it to tame it. It only has 2.1k torpor. It really doesn't have that much, so you're not gonna... Well, that's a level 20. Obviously, a max level will have a little bit more. You're not going to have too hard of a time taming it. I mean, it is just a dire bear. I say just a dire bear because... the position I'm in, it's not really that hard, but I'm going to show you an easy way to build a dire bear trap as well. So if you build your pillars like this, you can build them right next to each other, like so. And then once you build one there, we're going to build them closer together. Should the game not let me? Okay, the game's not going to let me. We're going to basically just try to build a little trap for it here. Put little diagonal traps there. It can probably squeeze through there, so we're going to put one there. Whenever you place that one there, you can jump it like that. So we're just going to create like a little mini trap for it here. We are going to put the large bear trap into here. You want to make sure you have an escape, so I can run straight through there. Obviously, that's really easy for me to do, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow first. I'm going to make sure that it's in the trap, and then when I come back over here, I'm going to bam and bam. I'm going to place the pillar, do whatever I can to trap it, just to make sure that it's going to get trapped. So, dire bear, we're going to shoot it. As you can see, it raised it. I'm literally going to have to shoot this thing only a couple times, but just for the sake of the video, I'm going to get it trapped. Boom, it's trapped. Take the pillars. Put the pillars behind it. And boom. Dire bear is trapped. There is no... Well, that one hit me, but there's not really a threat of him doing anything to hurt me because he can't get out of there. So now we're just going to sit here and shoot him like a caged animal because that's what he is. And we're going to wait. Alright. And that one should knock it out. Yes, sir. Now, unfortunately, I did not bring my honey with me. So, I gotta kill this deer. I am sorry, young one, but it is what I must do. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to bring my honey with me because mine's almost spoiled, and I was gonna bait him back to base, but I was like, you know what? We don't need to do any of that. So he's a low level anyway. He's really not gonna take that long. It only takes 10 raw meat. I have some narcotics with me. I could probably go and find a beehive somewhere because they are literally everywhere around here. Like, it is ridiculous with beehives on this map. So if you are going to tame them, obviously they're a bear. They take giant bee honey. It only takes 2 for this one, or superior kibble. Superior kibble is the exact same as the honey, which is really nice because, again, it is really not that hard to find beehives on this map. But that is the dire bear trap. Now, once it is tamed, I'm going to show you the insulation bonus that you get from it and how it helps you in Jotunheim. So even right now, while it is taming, you can see it does give 35 hypo and hyperthermic insulation. Just like the Dimetrodon, but I wouldn't recommend taking a Dimetrodon, obviously, to a boss fight if that's why you're taming a dire bear. But again, they can sit right next to you. You put them on passive. You sit them right next to you. You can get multiple because me and my buddy had 2 of them, and we were getting actually more hypothermic insulation. So we each had one, and we had both of them right next to us. I don't know if you surround yourself with them, if it'll give you a ton. I don't know if you have a bunch of them follow you while you're riding one, if it'll help you a lot more than that. I'll have to test that, but you can see my hypo right now is 241. And when you run right next to it, just being around it, not even riding it, it boosted to 277. So it does give you a 35 hypo and hyperthermic insulation, which decreases based on your distance from it. So if you back up a little bit more, you can see it dropped back down to 247. So I still have 240. We'll move forward a little bit. 254, move forward a little bit. 261. So as you can see, pretty much it has the exact range of this little trap that I built. There's 241. We move into the trap. Yeah, so literally just maybe like a 5-foot distance away from it. 245. The closer you get, obviously, the better that it is. I can literally be standing right on top of it. It'll give me 278. And whenever I run away, dire bear, we'll just name you test, buddy. 278 when I run away, 241. That's literally it. Now, this kind of sucks because I forgot my cryopod and I did not bring a Quetzal to tame this thing, or to carry this thing, so I guess he's just going to stay here for a bit and until I can go get my cryopod. So, I will be back with my cryopod. Alright, we now have our dire bear cryopoded, we have our free curry active, we have our med brews, we have my full fur and my otter. We are here at the cave entrance to the teleporters at 41.2 and 57.1. You also can do realm teleports if you hold R whenever you're on the ground. You can teleport anywhere to the realm teleports like that, but be very careful. If you are teleporting to the realms like that, there is a very high chance if you're going to Jotunheim, you may die. Me and my buddy did that the last time we went there, and we got murdered by a level 150 Therizino right as soon as we landed. Now you're coming in here, Jotunheim is the blue portal, Asgard is the yellow one, and Vanaheim is the green. We're going to go to Jotunheim, we're going to access the terminal, and all you have to do is double click it. It'll craft it, up to 15 survivors and 30 teams allowed. All I'm going to do, I'm going to get on the bird. It doesn't really matter because it kicks you off the bird when you get there anyway, but we're going to teleport to Jotunheim. It takes about 30 seconds here, so I will see you when we're in Jotunheim. Okay, teleporting into Jotunheim. This is the part that you need to be careful about. If you're doing the realm teleport, it does go black for... It'll freeze and goes black for a little bit. Now, as you can see, it wasn't too bad using the portal. If you do the regular realm teleports, it is a lot worse. As you can see right now, I'm freezing. Even with... I only have 613 hypo, and it is losing health very rapidly. Now, that is with the really low fortitude, so we're going to toss out our dire bear. We're going to get on the dire bear. I don't know, but... what? Okay. We're going to get on the dire bear. And as you can see, I have 606 hypothermal right now, and I am still freezing to death. It is quite significant. I have 596 now. It's quite significant. As you can see, I'm losing health very rapidly. So if you are not going to max out your fortitude and you're going to come here with primitive, as you can see, I'll drink the med brew. This is why if you're coming to Jotunheim and you have this low of hypothermal insulation, you are definitely going to need med brews because you will die very quickly. Even with the dire bear, even with my otter, even with my full fur, even with the free curry active, which is about to run out, and you're going to see the difference there. Even with everything I have, I'm still freezing to death because it is negative 61 degrees. As you can see, free curry disables and my hypothermal drops down a little bit, which is making my health drain even faster. It is obviously nighttime right now. If it goes daytime, it's a little warmer, but not a lot. So we're at negative 61 degrees right now. This is what it looks like without having your full fortitude on. I'm going to get back to my base, but I'm now going to play the clips with me having over 200 fortitude and showing just how easy it is to survive in Jotunheim with that. On a mind wipe, I remembered all my Ingrams. I remember I took a picture of my health and everything so I can get that. And I'm basically going to mind wipe and max out fortitude. And then see if we can survive Jotunheim, so let's do it. 103 levels. Okay, so here goes. Oh, this is going to be a while because of all these engrams. Alright, alright, so let's go outside real quick and see what my regular hypothermal is. Not near anything. What's regular? Okay, so I'm at 463 with 0 armor on whatsoever. Let's go get... So what am I at now? I'm an 857 with just my armor. I mean, that's not horrible, but it's still nowhere near, obviously, what I need. Let's pick up this one, the good one. Let's see... Okay, it's at 1,085 now. 1,076. Okay, so... Cool. And we're gonna go black screen and freeze right before we teleport. Thank you, Ark. Yeah. Even with the curry and everything, I'm still freezing, so that sucks. It's definitely a lot less, though. It's not horrible. It's not draining 1 a second, so this might actually be... This might be plausible, because this is not horrible. So yes, this... My method will work. All it... All it takes is 206 fortitude at level 104, full fur, and an otter to be able to survive. We're gonna survive Jotunheim with maxed fortitude, and that's literally it. We're still taking damage, but I mean... It is extremely minuscule. Actually, eating regular food just put my health back up. I'm not even freezing right now either. So it works. Yes! Okay. We'll still bring the med brews just in case, but I've figured it out. And with that, we come to the conclusion of my Jotunheim survival guide. Again, this is without any tech canteens or anything like that. If you do have a tech canteen, it is much easier to survive. But this is with all primitive fur, taming a regular otter. You could just tame like a base 140 otter or even a smaller otter, and you'll still be okay. You can also use the dire bear, like I said. The final clips, I didn't have a dire bear because those clips were actually previous to the beginning of the video, so we didn't tame the dire bears yet, but as you've seen from the beginning of the video, they do give you a good insulation buff. It's just a little bit to kind of throw it over the edge. I wasn't even freezing the entire time. I was cold some points, and I didn't even need my med brews because of the fact that it was just such a slight drain. It was like 0.1 health drain per second. So regular food would take care of that. Always bring med brews just in case. And I hope this video helped. If it did, be sure to like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you want to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.